Today's most important update. I've turned this around. I put that on the wrong way. It was a nice fella who pointed that out, and he was absolutely correct. So I turned that around. Maybe there will be a lot of more mistakes done, but I'll try to fix them as I go. Now I'm just started to sorting out the plastic bits, and some of them are broken, and I'm struggling to find some new ones. This piece are going here. It looks good, so I'm just gonna clean this one. So that is good, but this, you can see here, it's rubbed the hole, or rubbed, so this is not looking good. So I actually want to replace this if I can find a replacement. I don't know yet, but I'm working on it. So that's that one. And then you have this. This is the complete part I took off the bike. Have not done anything to it yet. And it looks in decent shape, but you have the same problem here. It's been rubbing to the back wheel, so I want to get this new as well. Of course I'm gonna take everything apart and clean it and all that stuff, but I think I need to find a new one. I actually had one that is a bit better here, but it's broken, it's cracked. Here you can see it's cracked. So I think I'm gonna try to get this one new, or not new, but new used one. I hope, and it's all, of course, this one is broken here as well, but that doesn't have to be a big issue because I can just cut it in a straight line here and make it nice again, and then the license plate will hang over so it won't show. So yeah, that's today's update for you. Time to start on this part right here. I've decided to use this even though it's cracked in the side here, because it's better in shape. It's not rubbed hole in it here like this one has. You can see here, big holes in it. So I have cleaned this, and I'm going to try to repair this back together again, and then I'm going to move everything, clean everything and move everything from this part over to this, and then put it back on the bike. And you can also see here that the attachment for the license plate here are cracked, but I'm gonna do the same with this as they already have done with this. It's to just cut it off and make a new bracket when it's time to put the license plate back on. So I'm going to try to use these and kind of melt the part back together. I never used this before, so I have no idea how it works. Well, that seemed to work quite good actually. You can see this. It's melted in there, and then it's just to cut off the pieces that's sticking up afterwards. Now you can see here I've bonded these two pieces back together, and it seems to hold up pretty good. So now I'm going to cut off these pieces, and I'm going to have some epoxy glue over it. And then I think it's good enough. And yeah, I think I'll just be searching for a new one if I can find one of these, and then maybe replace it later on. But if it holds up good, I think maybe I'm just gonna keep it. I'll see. Now you can see I've covered the whole gap with epoxy, and when that is finished curing, I can cut off these nails here, or whatever you call it, cut these off, then it should be good to go. So while that glue is curing, I can start with taking all these parts off and clean them and prepare them for moving them to that one. As you can see, I'm done with the tailpiece. I cleaned the thing as good as I can. I took apart the headlight, I took apart the wires as good as I could and cleaned them, and yeah, I think it So I think it turned out pretty good. I made new bushings here. You can see the old one were old and broken. You can see here. Here you have an old one. You can see it's cracked and going into pieces. So I 3D printed some new ones. They're not totally perfect, but they are pretty good, and they also are soft. They are not made from hard plastic, but they are a bit stiffer than the original. So I hope I can still use these. You can see here, it's actually flex. So it's a soft material. And these actually fit as well. So that's good. They are mounted on these. So that's good to know. If I'm missing some other bushings, I can just make them. That's pretty cool. So the next thing up is to get this in the bike. So that's what I'm gonna start on now.